fall into the wrong hands.
Now he has come to the strangest place on Earth.
This is America. We don't have enlightenment here. We have strip clubs, Las Vegas, and HBO. You got it?
No.
To fulfill the prophecy,
You must learn the unity of opposites, immobile and stationary.
I have no idea what you just said.
he must find the one to take his place.
What the hell are you looking at?
You're just so damn beautiful. The one entrusted with the power must do anything to protect it.
All you have to do is believe.
Believe what? The laws of gravity don't exist?
If you truly believe that they don't, then they don't.
Show off.
Thank you.
This spring,
Who the hell are you?
You should be asking yourself who you are.
one destiny ends,
We'll find the scroll. It's only a matter of time.
They're never going to stop until they get me.
and another begins.
You can't do this alone.
I can help.
Bulletproof Monk.
Got a little quickness in you, don't you?
Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to another movie review. And this review is going to be on Bulletproof Monk, which was released in 2003. And the film stars Chow Yun-fat, Seann William Scott, Jaime King, Kyle Roden, and Victoria Smurfett. And the film is based off of the comic of the same name. This is a action comedy. And Bulletproof Monk, I thought this was a fun film. It's not perfect, not great by any means. Yes, it's not a film to be taken seriously. You know, turn it off your brain, fun, in my opinion. I know there are a lot of people that don't like this film and just hate on it. But like I said, I had fun with it. But basically, what the film is about is at the beginning of the film, it takes place in 1943 in Tibet, and Chow Yun-fat plays this monk that, he got told that he had fulfilled a series of prophecies, by his master. And Chow Yun-fat's character as the monk forgoes his name, and he is entrusted with guarding a scroll. And this scroll has the power to keep, its owner powerful, young, and immune to injury. And pretty much Chow Yun-fat's character is forced to flee because these Nazi soldiers, seized the temple that he was in. And these Nazi soldiers are led by Colonel Structor, who is played by Kyle Roden, who is your main villain in the film. So 60 years later, Chow Yun-fat's character as the monk has to find a new keeper of the scroll. And he encounters this guy named Carr, who is played by Seann William Scott, which his character is a pickpocketer, and he only cares about, himself. And pretty much basically, both Seann William Scott and Chow Yun-fat's characters become partners, and they have to save the scroll from, Colonel Structor, who is played by Kyle Roden, and, his character also has a granddaughter named Nina, who is played by Victoria Smurfett, and, she spearheads, her grandfather, ongoing the hunt for the scroll, and, we see, the character of Structor, played by Kyle Roden, who, he's all old and wrinkly, he's in a wheelchair, and pretty much basically, that's what the plot to the film is about. But, like I said, I thought this was a very fun film. It's not perfect. It's not great by any means. Yeah, you get that line in the film, which is really bad, where Seann William Scott's character, questions Chow Yun-fat, like, oh, why were those guys, after you? Because, Structor sends, his team of guys to pretty much hunt for Chow Yun-fat's character. And, Chow Yun-fat's character as the monk says to Seann William Scott, he goes, "Why do hot dogs come in packages of 10, but hot dog buns only come in packages of just 8? And I'm like, what? What is up with that line there? That line was pretty bad. And then in the end of the film, Seann William Scott's character ends up answering that question to Chow Yun-fat. He goes, life doesn't always work according to plan. So be happy with what you've got, because you can always get a hot dog. I'm like, okay. But I like Seann William Scott as Carr. I thought he did a good job in the film. Seann William Scott, very good actor. He was in Do As My Car, which is a very fun, stupid comedy that, I really like. Road Trip, he was also in another film that, I, really liked and had fun with. Evolution, he was also in, which is very underrated, directed by Ivan Reitman. And, I like the chemistry that him and Chow Yun-fat had, in the film here. Of course, Chow Yun-fat, did a, good job playing the monk. Very enjoyable character, very likable. Jaime King as Jade Karinsky, I thought, she was very likable as well. Seann William Scott's character ends up, liking, Jaime King's character because, he ended up, stealing a necklace, from her. And Jaime King, she was also in Sin City, which I really enjoy. It's my favorite, Robert Rodriguez film, which he co-directed it with Frank Miller. That's another film I got to, revisit someday. It's been a while since I've seen it. Kyle Rodan as Structor, very menacing villain. He was also in Grand Theft Auto 4. He voiced Mikhail Faustin and Wade the Fixer Johnson. So he was, in that. He was also in Hellboy with Ron Perlman. You also have Mako, who plays Mr. Kojima, who pretty much is Seann William Scott's character's boss, because, Seann William Scott ends up, living in a theater. But the fight scenes, the action scenes, I thought, were decent. You got pretty decent fight scenes, in the film, which weren't bad. And yeah, like I said, the dialogue, with the whole hot dogs thing, yeah, it was, pretty bad. But you get some, cringy stuff, like when Chow Yun-fat and Seann William Scott's character gets into the taxi, and they meet, the taxi driver, who is, as you could say, Punjabi, and he goes, "Oh, you like this music? Yeah, likable. It's the bomb." Which that made me laugh. But Bulletproof Monk, it's a fun film. It's not great or perfect. It's not a film to be taken seriously. It's a popcorn film. It's turn off your brain type fun, in my opinion. But when the film came out, it was a flop at the box office. It had a budget of $52 million, and it only made $37 million at the box office. So, box office flop it was. But overall, the film is fun. It's not perfect or great. I know there are a lot of people that don't like the film, but I liked it. But anyways, that's it for my review of Bulletproof Monk. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Definitely give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all later tonight with the Monday Night Raw review. So, see you then.